everyone, my name is Dr. Sean Golden and welcome to Golden Health Method. Today we're going to be talking about what the best supplement is that you can take for tendonitis. So in my last video that I talked about the 6 mistakes that people make when they have tendon conditions, I mentioned nutrition. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you look in the description below and click the link that's in there, because that's a super important video. If you're going through tendon pain, make sure you're not making those mistakes so that you're not shooting yourself in the foot and allowing the pain to just linger and linger. So with nutrition plays a huge role in being able to recover and heal. In that video we talked about how there's tons of different vitamins. There's vitamin C, E, D, A, there's minerals like zinc and selenium. There's polyphenols that are found abundantly, all different types, in all different types of natural foods and plants that can help decrease inflammation and speed up healing. A famous one is curcumin, this and turmeric, but it's not the only one that works. It's just one that's more well known. Tons of different polyphenols can help. But, and while you definitely need to have all of those things covered, and you know, if you're deficient in anything, it's definitely going to inhibit the healing process. There's one particular supplement that I'm going to mention here that in my opinion is the best to take for chronic tendon conditions. So if you're someone who, you know, you might not have had just one type of tendonitis like tennis elbow, but you also then developed like Achilles tendonitis or patellar tendonitis, or you just have a bunch of aches and pains in general from these muscle or tendon issues, you don't know where they're coming from, I would definitely try this one. It can definitely help a lot. So this all started with my research process when I found a paper. It was a rodent study, but it showed that flaxseed can help to heal muscle tissue very, very well and help it heal regularly and not with like scar tissue and degenerative changes and these changes in structure. Then that followed with another paper in humans this time, showing that supplementing with essential fatty acids plus some antioxidants gave a nearly 100% healing response, or a nearly a 100% decrease in pain after just about a month of supplementing. I'm gonna link that paper below if you want to take a look at it. Essentially what that paper did was they gave the participants who had these chronic tendon issues, so multiple places, not just one, so they seem pretty prone to get these tendon issues. They had them rank their pain before the intervention, and then they put half of them on the active treatment, half of them on the placebo, which didn't have any active ingredients at all. And the active group got mainly fish oils and borage oil, or gamma-linolenic acid, which is in borage oil. And with just those 2 additions plus some antioxidants, so a very low dose of vitamin C, a very low dose of vitamin E, a little bit of zinc, a little bit of selenium. None of those were massive doses. You would get all of those in like a daily multivitamin, for example, or you'd get them all if you're eating just a regular balanced diet. So really it's the essential fatty acids that were the big players here, and they got a 99% reduction in pain, while the placebo group got a less than 40% reduction. So again, if you want to take a look at that paper, it's linked down below in the description. But it's important, it's a huge study. It's very, very rare that you see those types, that magnitude of results in a study like that. I've personally been taking essential fatty acids because I had little bouts of tendonitis here and there, and it definitely has seemed to make me less prone, and some of my patients have responded very well to essential fatty acid supplementation. What I personally do is I don't use the fish oils. And you know, if you want to follow the exact protocol they use in the study, you could definitely use regular fish oils. I have an issue with fish oils because most of the ones you'll get at the store are already oxidized or already rancid, so you're not going to really be deriving the benefit from them. And also, we actually have tons and tons of data out there now showing that the fish oils reduce inflammation so much that they actually impair wound healing. So they can impair, you know, if you make a cut in the skin of a rat, it'll impair the site from closing and actually healing up like normal. It'll take longer to heal. So as far as omega-3s go, specifically for muscle and tendon issues, I prefer flaxseed, which is ALA or alpha-linolenic acid, over the fish oils because of all of the rodent studies showing that the flaxseed oil will actually speed up healing while the fish oils will impair healing. Now the gamma-linolenic acid, which is the borage oil that they also used in the study, is perfect. So that's very similar to the flaxseed oil. It's just omega-6 instead of omega-3, but it's generally an anti-inflammatory omega-6, and it also helps to speed up wound healing. Now, if you know anything about tendonitis, or you've seen my previous video talking about what tendonitis really is, you'll know that tendonitis is not just an inflammatory condition, it's a change in structure. So how are these essential fatty acids actually helping if I'm talking about like anti-inflammatory? Well, it's not really the anti-inflammatory components that's doing it. What's doing it is that over time, and in this case it took a month, but these essential fats will get incorporated into the membranes of the muscle and tendon tissue. It'll make the membranes more flexible, which means it'll make the whole tissue a little bit more flexible and more resistant to re-injuring that tissue. Furthermore, there are some derivatives of omega-6 fats, the inflammatory omega-6 fats, that could be contributing to some of the pain that patients feel when they have tendon conditions. And it does this, it seems, by activating the hot capsaicin receptor called TRPV1. But without getting too technical, when we start supplementing with the flaxseed oil and with the borage oil, it sort of takes the place in the membrane of the pro-inflammatory fat linolenic acid, or linoleic acid, which is a pro-inflammatory omega-6 fatty acid, that its derivatives might be contributing to this tendon pain that we're feeling. So in general, it could be working through a bunch of different mechanisms, but it definitely is one of the better supplements to take for chronic tendon issues. Again, a whole food diet where not as much processed food, make sure we're getting all our nutrients. If we're eating tons and tons of refined carbs, for example, that's going to deplete us of B vitamins, because even though they put synthetic B vitamins back in, they're not quite as bioavailable as the natural ones. So overall, a whole food diet is going to be very, very important to preventing and healing up tendon issues. But as far as supplements go, flaxseed and borage oil is definitely a really good one to go to. Besides those two options, if you really want a pure whole food approach, a really good fat to look into, and really this is the one I'm personally taking now instead of the borage and flaxseed, are hemp seeds, hulled or deshelled hemp seeds. I'm not affiliated with this at all, but there's a good one on Amazon. It's from Canada. You get a whole 5 pounds. Make sure you store in the fridge so it stays fresh. But if I take between 50 and 60 grams of the hemp seeds a day. It gives me over 20 grams of protein, but it also has these anti-inflammatory omega-3s and omega-6s in the hemp seeds themselves. So it has both the 3 and the 6, both the anti-inflammatory kind are in there. Plus, it has a full serving, your full day's dose of vitamin E that you would need too, which is important to make sure that those fats don't oxidize like they might if you're just taking the pure oils. So as a whole food source, it's probably going to be retained a little bit better in the body because the vitamin E will prevent it from oxidation. Plus, the vitamin E that you get in whole foods like hemp seeds is the broad spectrum of all the different vitamin E's, and not just the one type of vitamin E that you'll find in the pills that you would take or you get from a multivitamin. Plus, it has a lot of it has selenium, it'll have a little bit of copper, it has a bunch of different vitamins and minerals all in the hemp seeds. It's really a powerhouse of nutrition, so it gives you a ton right there as a whole food source besides just the essential fatty acids. So it's really a great food to make sure you have in your diet to help heal up these tendon conditions over time. So if you're not taking any type of omega-3s, again, you can go ahead and go for fish oil if you want to. If you want to go that route, make sure you get one that's high quality and not rancid. Otherwise, I would go either the flax and borage oil route, or I would go the hemp seed route, one of those. If you want more of a deep dive into really how to overcome your chronic tendonitis or your chronic tendon conditions, I have a PDF available for download below. You can just click that link and you can get full access to really a complete strategy in how you at home can take care of this tendonitis condition including everything from what not to do to what rehab to do and why, and then going over a little bit more again about this nutrition that we've been talking about here, making sure you understand all the details. Alright guys, I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching and have a great day. I'll see you all again soon.